What the fuck is up? Whoa! Listen. Keep us together. Alright, let's turn this down, huh? Let's turn this down. Let's get serious here. Let's get serious here. Let me go get my microphone. Let's have a talk, alright? Can you guys hear me now? Alright, let's turn this music down. Listen! How we're doing, huh? High energy. That's what's up, okay? Always high energy. I'm gonna make a full air guitar tutorial soon. You guys do not want to miss that video, that's for damn sure. Listen, guys, big update. I posted on my Instagram today. By the way, go follow my Instagram. I'll put the thing right here. Boom, okay? You see that? Go follow that, okay? Got a lot of good content on there. If you're only here on YouTube, you're missing out. Tons of value being spinning there. Also have a free Telegram thing. You can check that out in the description. You can join the Telegram, get free daily value, secret insights, you know, stuff I can't talk about here or on Instagram. So, back to the video. Listen, I posted about this today in my story on my Instagram. I will be running a last man standing ultramarathon, okay? And you're probably wondering, oh, Nico, what the fuck did that even mean, right? Last man standing. Who will stand, you know, who will be the last one standing, right? Who will be the one who runs the longest amount of time? Now, what is this event, right? You're probably wondering, oh, I never heard of this event before. Where can I sign up? Listen, you can't, okay? This is a private event hosted by my very good friend back in Norway. And so we will be traveling real soon back, and for this specific reason, okay? To run, okay? That's how crazy we are at this game. You know, guys, I gotta say this. Who else out there is doing this right now, okay? You're living, you know, the boxing lifestyle, doing all this crazy shit, you know, looking like this, and going to another country to run an ultramarathon, last man standing, or voluntarily getting blisters. Who's doing that, right? I'm doing that. Now, regardless, I'm going to show you guys on the map. I'll cut to that right now. Now here you guys see, okay? Here you guys see essentially the map of the whole thing, okay? I'm going to move over here. The map of the whole thing. And essentially what this is an 8.2 kilometer lap that goes out of my friend's backyard and around the block where I used to, where I actually used to live when I grew up. Funny, huh? Last year was the first year. This year is the second year. Double the contestants, and so we have a challenge on our hands. But that's what we like, right? We're going to be running this thing, 8.2 kilometers around. Now we have 1 hour, okay, no, that's 2. 1 hour to complete this thing. And you're probably thinking, hey, that's hella slow. Listen, after 1 hour, there's going to be another lap that starts, and you have to make it back before that. So that means that you can go as fast as you want, you can go as slow as you want, but you have to be back before 1 hour. And then you have all the time in the world to do whatever you want. Hydrate, take a shit, go piss, right, in a bush somewhere. You know, they have grills there, so we're going to be, having some food. I have my own strategy for how I'm going to solve this problem. And this is what's so funny. This is why I want to make this video. When it comes to challenges like this, I love these challenges, right? You see me, I do Muay Thai. I've done 100K runs, 50K runs, out in the dark, through the night, facing wild, rabid dogs, gangs of dogs trying to attack me, you know. But since I am who I am, I just turn around and say, stop, go away. And they just go away. Easy, just like that. Now, I'm preparing for this, right? And for the last while, I haven't been running that much. I have one run left tomorrow I'll be doing, linking up with some other guy who's doing a run across Thailand actually, which will be very interesting. So I'll be linking up with him, doing a 10K run, and that's probably gonna be it. We are prepared and ready for war, because that's what this is gonna be. So for the other thing, like when it comes to like the training, that's done, right? When it comes to mindset, when it comes to this thing, when we can't be like, hey, I wish I would have done this, I wish I would have done that. That is set in stone right now. And so we can't focus on that. We have to be like, hey, this is done. Now what's left is we have to focus on the task at hand. And that is the run itself. So what can we do to optimize that, right? Well, we can take care of some certain things. 1, hydration, okay? So we can plan ahead. Hey, I have this 8.2 kilometer lap. One time during that lap, there's gonna be a hydration break. So they're gonna bring the bottles, we're gonna be able to hydrate, right? So how can we solve this issue, right, of hydrating properly? That's something to start thinking about. So, number 2, Tempo, how are we going to tempo this lap? How are we going to tempo our run? This is very important when it comes to strategizing. Hey, why do I want to do this? Where do I want to do that? If you know the lap already, you can start planning this out. Why do I want this? Where do I want that? We ran the same lap yesterday, and so I know kind of right now what I did wrong last year. Because I'm planning to go longer at least than I did last year. And so I can use that as information. I can go ahead and I can make this a better run than last time. And so planning the tempo to make sure that we can go for the longest time possible is very important. Now we know already what standard we have to hold up. 1 hour, 8.2 kilometers. It's not that fast, right? And so if you want to run straight on the dots for that, sure, we can. That's one strategy to take. But we're gonna, we've been thinking and we have this strategy right now of what we want to do, and we're going to go through with that. So those are 2 things that we need to focus on. And then it's number 3, okay? What do we wear? This is very important for runs. This is very important for anything, right? We want to perform at the highest level, we have to wear certain stuff. Now, what do I wear to a long distance run? Just like this, okay? Hold on, I'll show you guys in a second. So this, guys, I'm going to show my underwear on camera, but there's not just any underwear. These pairs of underwear, right, is synthetic. It's highly synthetic too. And so this is what I use for runs, essentially, for longer runs. I have like tons of these types of pair. This is all I wear essentially for like underwear. But I like this one. I like this one because it's like super, there's no friction here at all, right? The only problem with this is that it's a bit short, but they're very good. And so how did I come to the decision of using these, right? Why don't I go and use any other of the synthetic pairs I usually use, right? Well, because this pair is something I've tried on longer runs, and it's been working. And that's essentially it. Like I try on all my pairs for like longer runs, and I see which one lasts longer before you get the chafing, the friction wounds between the legs, before the equipment, let's just say, goes into the wrong place, because we don't want that. We don't want any dingling in the wrong area, right? So this is what I'll be wearing. It's just very synthetic. It's nice and tight. Now to pair this piece of underwear, I have this. Okay, this is not the exact shorts, but this is what I used last year, and I've been using this for longer runs. This is the one I use for my 100K. This is an Under Armour shorts, I believe. Yeah, Under Armour shorts called Speed Pocket. Not sponsored, but hey, Under Armour, if you're watching this, why not? I'm a freak athlete. So what it's so cool about this thing is that, first of all, it has a liner inside, okay, liner. Now you're probably thinking, Nico, why are you wearing underwear if you have a liner, or isn't it annoying with the liner? No, when it comes to friction and everything like that, you want more layers, okay? Not like you're gonna run out with 10 layers, but this layer and this layer combined. So what happens when you have layer and layer is that the layers start with friction instead of the layer frictioning against you. So that's why you want more layers. So this is what I like about this one. Now this one is a bit tight, so I've gone ahead and gotten a new one. I don't know where that is right now. I think it's in washer. So these are very nice. And they're short, and also the liner is quite long, so it doesn't sometimes I have to run, and when I run, I have to run like this, and then stretch it out and then just keep running. So I have to maintain it so that it's in the right area at all times, because then if not, it's going to start roll up and we have chafing going on. We don't want that. So that's essentially what I do to control the chafing around the groin area and around my thighs, because that's important. And also like in between the glutes, in the crack, that's also very important for like this. That's why I like this pair of underwear, because there's not really much slack in the back, so there's no the fabric doesn't squeeze in between the cheeks, because that's really annoying. This might sound really weird of me to tell you guys. Maybe you aren't familiar with this, but this is insanely important. Okay, if you haven't done a long ass run, then go ahead and do a long ass run in cotton underwear and a shitty shorts. And you know, you'll probably end up in the ER if you go on for too long, because you're gonna have friction wounds. It's gonna peel off your skin like a hot knife through butter, okay? If you go on for too long. Now, we do the same thing for our feet, okay? I'm not gonna show you that. I'm just gonna tell you, essentially, because it's the same principle, right? When it comes to our feet, this is something I've done a lot with in the army and in the special forces during my training there. So we want more friction, we want more layers, right? And so for feet too, we're gonna do double socks. Double socks always for longer runs. What you can do also, this is a pro tip, don't tell anyone that I told you this. You can take, you know those female liners that they use when they're having heels and stuff? They have like these thin ass, it's like really, really thin nylon stuff. You can use those on the very, very inside of your foot, and make sure that the lining is on the opposite edge. So you've pulled it the wrong way so that the lining's on the outside, so that you don't have any lining towards your toes or anything. You can put that on the very inside. So now you have 3 layers. Then you put a synthetic layer of like a thicker synthetic sock around there. Not too thick, very thin still, but like a normal sock. Or like what I also have been experimenting with is like a football leggings, you know, when you put the shin guards in, like that. You put it the wrong way again, so you don't have any lining towards the toes. And then you put a wool type sock on outside of that, and that's gonna keep. You want wool. You don't want cotton, okay? Because cotton has a lot of friction once it gets wet, and wool does not, and synthetics not. You can do double synthetics though. That's totally up to you. But I prefer wool, just thin wool. You can do a wool synthetic mix too. Also, you know, just maintaining. Let's talk about maintenance for a while, okay? I should put this in a course or something. I should be charging you guys for this. Hope you guys are getting enough value from these videos, because this is really, truly, truly great stuff. When it comes to maintenance, okay, it's very important that as soon as you find something that's wrong, you stop and fix it, okay? If you just power through, you're gonna end up, you know, on like this, okay? Because you're gonna be like, holy shit, this hurts, boom. So we wanna just maintain. So let's go for like, if we have chafing, we have friction wounds in between our legs, we're gonna stop as soon as we find it out, or we're gonna just adjust. So what the first course of action is to just adjust on the fly. You adjust your underwear, you adjust your shorts, pull it down towards your thighs so it's nice and straight, so there's no fabric, piling up around your hips. And then if that doesn't work, then hey, we're gonna take everything off, right? Maybe step into the forest, see if there's anything that's, you know, hindering or making the fabric, gather up. And so we're going to do that as a course of action number 2. So, because that can happen, right? And so it's the same for the feet too. We're going to, you know, try and run and then adjust our running a bit to see if it works, just to not lose any pace. And if that doesn't work, hey, we're going to take a minute. We're going to take off our shoes. Then we're going to start with the shoes. Figure out, is there any rocks in there? Dun. Okay, rock falls out. We put them on, we keep running. That's easy. Okay, no rocks falls out. The shoe looks clean. We look at the sole. We look at everything. Okay, that's really important. And so if that doesn't work, hey, now we have to take off our socks, take off our layers. Now, what's very important about this is to be very quick. Okay, urgency is important for any action. Just like this, you have to think that time is of the essence. Always, it is. Okay, you're against the clock here, and so we want to be able to balance. Hey, we're against the clock, but we're not going to be like completely brain dead and just power through, because then suddenly we're going to see a downward shift in performance, of course, just because there's so much pain. I mean, you're going to be in pain regardless, and so this is not something you focus on, but we can still do whatever we can to manage that. And yeah, I want to say this too. When it comes to challenges like this, like any challenge, don't get caught up on the pain, okay? I already know that this shit's gonna be painful. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna be dehydrated and everything. It's not something, like I've done this enough times now that to me, this doesn't even faze me, okay? I know this shit's gonna suck. But you know what? it's all about the process, just like I've been telling you guys, okay? And there's a transformative process that happens once you go through that pain, and it's so nice coming back like out at in the other end and being like, hell yeah, we did this, we pushed our limits. That's what this is all about. All right. If you guys haven't run for a long distance before, go out there and push yourself, okay? I don't care if your marathon is like 10 hours long. You will become a different person by the end of it. If you put yourself out there for a long time, because like truly cardio and stuff, like I've done the 8-hour arm workout like twice, and it's not as transformative as like an 8-hour run. An 8-hour run is a completely different animal. Just being out there on the road for 8 hours. Now don't use any music or anything. That's fucking cheating, okay? We don't use any music for our runs. So don't do that. But it's completely different transformative process, and you're gonna see so much fulfillment just from completing something like that. I don't care if you walk half of it and run the other half, but go out there and push your limits and just try and get as much distance as you can. If you need supervision, get a friend to help you out with it. Run it with a friend, and just like then you have someone to talk to. But don't do music, okay? But I don't know, get someone to drive a car around you, behind you for like 8 hours if you have people around you like that. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. This is a bit about how I prepare for this, the route, my mindset going into this. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope you guys can find value in this. Go out there and apply it yourself. I have a free guide on how to get jacked, by the way. It's in the description. You can check that out. Maybe I'll make a guide on how to do this more in depth. Who knows, right? All right. Hope you guys enjoyed. This is the Action Man, Notorious Nico. You know the name. Check out the Instagram. Boom. Take care. And God bless. Shum, shum, shum.